Good afternoon everybody, my name is Bernard and today we're talking about 5 fragrances I think you should have in your fragrance collection this summer. So like I said, these are 5 fragrances I think everyone should have in their fragrance collection when it comes to this summer. With the high heats that are coming, these fragrances are going to be able to power you through, keeping you smelling fresh. So where do we start off? Davidoff Cool Water. This baby's been an absolute powerhouse for so many years in the fragrance community, and it's been many people's go-to and just like quick grabs during the summer heat. So why is that? Well, Davidoff Cool Water is a masculine, fresh smelling, crowd pleasing scent. However, it is fairly generic, I'm not going to lie to you. I do like the scent. I do think it is very good, but like I said, I think it's quite generic. Due to it being so popular, a lot of people wear it, a lot of people know about it. Don't get me wrong, you're not going to walk down the street and somebody's going to think, oh, don't like that. People are going to love the smell, but because of how common it is, no one's going to walk past you and think, I love that. What is he wearing? I've got to go ask him, chase him down the street and find out what he's wearing. That's not going to happen either. So you're not going to get anyone saying that they don't like it, and you're not going to get anyone go, whoa, that's new. Some of the notes in it are mint, sandalwood and tobacco. However, the most prominent is mint for me, but that's not saying that the tobacco adds a nice rounding off to it, gives that nice masculinity, nice punch at the end of the scent. Davidoff Cool Water can be found for roughly £14 on Fragrance X. However, myself, I bought it for £5 in a super drug deal, where it was like, I don't know, buy one get one half price, something stupid, so I bought 2 gift sets. One as a present and one for myself. Can't complain, you know. It's such a good scent, so, you know, powerful and just a must-have. So it's a piece of history. The reason why I put this in the lineup is because it's just a classic. It's been around for so many years, had such an effect on the fragrance community. God knows how many flankers. Very common, and it's just safe and versatile. It's cheap, inexpensive, and the projection and the longevity on it is actually pretty decent. The other day I put it on around 7 AM and around 3 PM. I could still smell it. It wasn't huge, but I could still smell it. So you can't really complain for a £5 bottle. I mean, you can't go wrong. So the next fragrance I recommend having in your summer rotation is a fragrance that's actually regarded as pretty much an ugly duckling of its line. Underrated and overlooked. It's a warm citrusy fragrance and it's absolutely phenomenal for summer evenings. It's Hugo Boss Bottled Tonic. My first fragrance I ever bought. Surprising really, isn't it? You know, if you were to ask a lot of you what your first fragrance was, I bet it wasn't something like this. It was something that was a bit more common, a bit more popular. Having said that, it's not a bad scent, it's just that a lot of people either don't know it exists, try to forget it exists, or just don't like it. For a lot of you, seeing this on a list like this would actually be quite a surprise because there's probably a lot of other scents that you think would be up on here. Maybe the new Dolce Gabbana Light Blue Forever or Aqua de Jo or something like that. For me, it's an absolute perfect summer scent for the evening, and that's why it's in this lineup. While also being very, very summery and very light compared to the other Boss bottles, it has that same warmth and that same depth that they're known for. I think that's what is so good about this scent. Fantastic summer evening scent, warm citrus, inviting, alluring, personal and intimate is what this fragrance says to me when I smell it. Me personally, I can imagine being sat around that fire pit, my friends, a few ciders, we're laughing and drinking, you're forgetting where the time's going, and it's just a good time. That's what this reminds me of. Super relaxed, super chilled, yet fresh and warm at the same time. I will say projection and longevity is not great, so when you do go to that fire pit that you've got in your back garden with your friends, make sure you take a full bottle with you. Isn't going to last long, unfortunately. You're probably going to be one of a few that is actually going to wear it, which means you might actually get a few people stop and go, what is that? That's quite good. As long as they smelt it just after you sprayed it, because otherwise they're not going to be saying that a few hours later, I can tell you that now. I know I'm having to go at the longevity and the projection in a bit, but it's not great. But the best thing is, it's not that expensive. Looking at my sheet of prices here, I found it for £33 on Fragrance X, which isn't bad. It means you can top it up pretty easily. I wouldn't worry about it, but I think you've got to have it. Formal, casual, very versatile, doesn't matter. I would mostly suggest it for the evening though, just because it is quite warm. So when, you know, it's getting slightly cooler at night, but yet you still get that warm sort of look in the skies, warm feeling around you. That's when I think you should wear this. One other great thing is that if you're wearing it, if you're going by the ads and a woman smells you or whoever smells you, they're gonna get a whiff of you and go, that's Jared Butler. I mean, they're gonna think you're Jared Butler because you smell like him, and only Jared Butler can smell like Jared Butler, so you must be Jared Butler if you wear this. If you are, please like the video and subscribe because that'd be awesome. Thank you, Jared Butler. Number 3 in our lineup is probably a lot less of a surprise compared to number 2. This one's very hyped, very well loved, regarded as just summer itself. Probably needs no introduction. Introducing Dolce Gabbana Light Blue Intense. That's right. Everyone could probably see this one coming off a mile off. It's in every video you see when it comes to summer fragrances. It's a great smelling summer, daytime, citrusy, aromatic fragrance. Now, the reason why I'm suggesting you have this is not because I love it myself. I do think it is good. I do think it's very good at what it does. It does smell fresh and citrusy, and it's just what a lot of people associate with summer. But for me personally, I think you've got to have it because that's what everybody else thinks. I feel like it's one of those things that if you don't have it, you're not worth anyone's time, you know? You don't even have the basics in your fragrance collection. This is a basic. Like I said, this is a very hyped fragrance and with good reason. The nose behind it is Alberto Maria's. Now, for those of you that do know, Alberto Maria's is obviously a widely loved, widely regarded as a perfume god. But for those of you that don't know, Alberto Maria's is the nose behind Acqua di Gio, Versace de L'Homme Bleu, and Calvin Klein 1. There's some pretty major fragrances in the fragrance industry, some very, very famous ones, well selling and just very popular and great for compliments. And this is no exception, he's done it again. This little blue liquid is phenomenal at getting compliments. Very light, very citrusy, it's generally quite sexy to be fair as a summer fragrance. Some of the notes are frozen grapefruit, seawater and amberwood. Now, me personally, I didn't think frozen grapefruit could smell of anything. I thought if it's frozen, it doesn't really give off any scent because it slows down the chemical reaction very, very quickly and quite dramatically, but apparently it does, and it has a very good smell. So I would recommend only wearing it really during the daytime because it is quite sweet. I don't really like wearing it during the nighttime. I think it's a little bit too much, but I guess you could always say just spray less. But for me, definitely a daytime fragrance. Like I've probably already said, very versatile, decent projection, decent longevity. I wouldn't expect too much just because it is a summer scent. You are going to have to top yourself up, but it is a very good scent. Excellent doings when to do. You can't really say much else about it. It's been covered by so many people. You just got to have it just because it's a hype beast, really. You just got to have it. Don't be silly. Buy yourself a bottle. In general, you can find it around £46 on Fragrance X, which is pretty decent. I personally got this size bottle, which is a 50ml for £45, so not far off. I don't think you're gonna get much cheaper than that unless you find it a pretty good deal, but if you can, I would definitely pick it up a bottle. Well worth it. Just be one of us. One of us. Now, to join our other 3 phenomenal fragrances and expand our fantastic summer rotation that I'm giving you right now is Givenchy Gentleman Cologne. Now, this is probably not much of a surprise. It's been quite popular at the minute. on recommendations for the summer, and the reason for that is because it is an absolute phenomenal fragrance. Very formal, keeps very close to the gentleman DNA, and it is fantastic if you're dressed up a bit more during the summer. Me personally, I think this is a fantastic office fragrance. It's formal, it's nice, it's not in your face, it's not too sweet, it's not too natural smelling. It just smells like a fresh, soapy scent, well dressed with a suit, you know. Perfect for the office. This is one of those cases where they've put cologne on there, but it's not actually a cologne, it's an EDT. The reason why they've done that is because they want to say, hey, it's a lighter version, a bit more wearable, a bit easier to wear than the original. But don't worry, you're getting the EDT quality and concentration. Like I said, it keeps close to the gentleman DNA, but it adds a bit more of a soapy freshness to it, a bit more wearable. And you get that with notes of bergamot, iris and ambroxan. Now those notes alone, you know this is going to be a crowd pleaser and everyone's going to love it. Definitely probably won't find anyone that's going to be like, that is disgusting. It is, it's just a good fragrance. However, I would say projection and longevity aren't the best, especially projection. It's a bit more of an intimate scent if it's closer to you. But I think that matches what they're going for here, and that is an office scent. It'd be perfect for the office, dressed up with a shirt and tie, you know, a bit close quarters, you know, got other people around you, but you don't want to be too invasive, you don't want to choke them out with your sickly sweet scent, or something that's heavy in spices. This is light, and if people catch a whiff of it, they go, that's nice, that's nice, and then they're going to carry on what they're doing. And because of that, I think it is an absolute necessity for your summer lineup and summer rotation. Go and whack it in there. And not only that, but for £34 you can find it on Fragrance X. Ain't bad. Buy yourself a bottle or two. Go on, go mad. Now for our final fragrance, and to round off our fantastic lineup so far. It was in my last video, but I thought I got to whack it in there. Something natural, something you can wear if you're going for a walk, and something that is just a little bit more mature. That has to be John Vivatos Artisan Pure. Now if you watched my last video, you probably don't need to watch this last part because you're going to get a lot of it already. But if you haven't watched it, this is a more natural aromatic take on the original John Vivatos. They've toned down that sweetness, that sort of sickly, syrupy sweetness that you found with the citrus, and made it more of a natural smell. Now, like I said in the original video, it reminds me of a walk on the sand dunes. You get that sort of seawater, yet you get that nice, what's that, marrow grass, whatever it is on the sand dunes. Very fresh, very aromatic, can't go wrong with it. Inside there are notes of lemon, ginger and musk. So it keeps that citrus on the first, but like I said, it tones it down with some of that ginger, musk and some of the green florals in there, just to give it a bit more of a natural feeling, natural smell. This I think is one of the better ones during high heat. Maybe Givenchy Gentleman contests that a little bit, but during really high heat I think I would go for this one more. Very pleasant, very innovative. And it's just, you can't go wrong with it really, especially like I said during high heat. I know I keep saying it, but it is. I wore it during our heat wave recently here and I couldn't help but keep smelling myself. It was fantastic. Another great thing about it is it's not that common. John Vivatos is not very common, especially where I am. So when someone smells it, they generally go, that's nice, that's new, I've not smelled that before. And that's what you want when you wear a fragrance, you do want that. It's an absolutely phenomenal fragrance for that. Not widely known for people that are outside the fragrance community. I would pick it up. This one is a bit more expensive compared to the rest to find at discounters. I could only find it for roughly £60, but I do know from my own experience at retailers you can pick this up at a pretty good deal. But you have to keep an eye out for it because it does sell out pretty quickly from what I've noticed. But you should definitely add it to your collection. For me personally, I would only recommend really wearing it during the day. Like I said, during a walk or something like that. I think it's phenomenal during that. I wouldn't wear it during the night just because I don't think it would really match the sort of feeling you get during a summer evening. But it's doable, it's pretty versatile. I would say it's definitely more of a day scent though, and a bit more mature as well. So let's finish this video up a little bit. Shall we round off what is our summer rotation? So to start off with, you've got your easy grab, masculine. I've got a dash out the door. What should I grab? No worries, you got your Davidoff cool water with you. Masculine, pretty appealing, very common, very safe, no worries. After that, you're going to a fire pit in the evening with your friends, chilling out for a little bit. You need something that's a bit warmer during the colder evenings, and you're grabbing your Hugo Boss bottle tonic because intimate, smells good, and it's just gives off that chilled vibe, you know. That's what you're grabbing. After that, the next day in your heat wave, you're going to the beach. You need something that smells like citrus, smells like a foreign holiday. Make everyone around you think, oh, that smells fresh, smells citrusy. And you're grabbing your light blue Intense. Not only are you grabbing it because you want to smell good, but you're also grabbing it because everybody else has it. And you don't want to be the odd one out. That's why you're buying it. Next, you're going for a nice walk with your family or your missus. You're walking along the sand dunes, you're going for a picnic, you want to smell good, and you're grabbing your Artisan Pure. Very fresh, very aromatic. You can't go wrong. Those are your scents for your different occasions. That's your summer rotation. All the prices, like I said for the video, are no higher than £60 per bottle when I found them. You can't go wrong. That is your summer rotation. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again.